And welcome back, everybody, to Shadow in the Pond, and of course I'm in the pond. Where else would this place be so beautiful with this many variety of trees? Unless I took the entire mod pack and ran away with it. But, that is all regardless of the point. We are here to... So, just quick recap of the last episode. We went ahead and made an iron farm out, and so I'm like, okay, I'm going to make that open up to the public, but I do want an easier place for people to get the iron from. So, I'm actually going to go ahead and make a blacksmithy up here. And so that will be my second building of this entire area. And probably depending on how quickly I finish the blacksmithy and how much more detail I put into it, I'm also going to go ahead and finish out part of my building. Get some more glass to finish the glass panes up there. And then also build out the this main area right here. So those are a couple of things I do hope to get to so that my building looks a little less plain, because right now I do like how it looks, but it does look a little plain. There needs to be more details to it. I'm hoping those bricks help bring a lot of that to life a bit more. But I also need to go ahead and get the pine and move that like as a cross barrier right here to like show a separation in this. Maybe if my front porch doesn't do that first. So those are a couple of my little plans for today. So let's go ahead and find out where I'm going to be making this little blacksmithy at. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to actually make a pathway that runs up here and through this section. And it's just basically going to wrap around. I'm going to go cut down some of the blackwood trees to really make this feel separated. And I'm going to actually make it right over here. So not super... Wow, I really can't see anything already. But I'm thinking about making it just right over here, just so you don't see it. And then also, the pathway over here is kind of like a little bit of a winding path. So I'll be making more trees to plant around it and bring that to life. So you get this much more isolated feeling. So yeah, I'm thinking making the blacksmith about right here. I'm having a little bit of difficulty. My thoughts for the build as of right now is to actually go ahead and make it so that I had like a little bit of a sloping incline to it. So what I mean is like it'll be smaller over on like lower down on this section, raise up into the circular area where I'm gonna have the blacksmithy and all the chimneys coming out of it and the smoke. So it'll be like lower up into a big circular area, and that will then bring that over to here where I will have his front of the shop, and like the other area will be like his bedroom and other areas. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm thinking of running this right now. It may change as I build it out. I do kind of want to make this a circular one, so it's like the whole... Ooh, what if I make the whole building look like a forge? Like almost like a representation of a forge? I think that could look pretty cool. Or at least the middle section, that make it like that, and have it like so you can see into it a little bit. See, my plans are already changing. I haven't even started yet. So, I think what we're going to go ahead and have to do is I'm going to go ahead and get the foundation laid out and figure out the exact perimeters of what this building's going to look like and the ground flattened out. And so yeah, so that's just, you know, what I need to go ahead and do. Hello, birdies. And so let's go ahead and get started on it. What am I doing right now? Oh yeah, super fast build mode. And welcome back from that super fast build mode, and as you can see, a nice little hut has started to come together for myself for the blacksmith. I did spend a lot of extra time designing this little forge in here to feel like it was actually something you would walk in, put something in, let it cook for a minute, and come take it out in a moment. So I do really like this design. I've played with some of the new block designs on this to make it fade from like this darker color from the front where it's been used and abused a bit more to the smoother stone that goes up. And then out here we have it as actual brick so that you can see like this natural wear and tear over a longer period of time. I do still need to go put some fireplaces in the top to make it smoke out the top to make it look like it is an active forge at this time. And so then I've also went ahead and placed areas where I will be putting pillars, not really for, this will be more for decoration. I haven't found the right block for that yet. I wanted something to contrast against this the darkness of the forge to bring an extra layer out of it. And then I might also make like one more layer in for these blocks, so it'll be like input by one layer. So I can also have like a darker section, so I'm hoping to do this, something like this. So lighter, a layer in right here for darkness, and then another layer right here for the pillars slash like just kind of something to break it up. I think that will look really good once it's all brought together. Yeah, and I especially think I'll need to make sure that gets broken up so that this looks better. But then I'm also going to have two side buildings on it. So there'll be this side building, which will be like where all of his work stuff is, like where all the work stuff is at, the hammer, anvils. There'll be anvils and stuff in here for immediate usage, but this will be like the more delicate side of using the workstations. And then I'll have another side for storage and other stuff. That will be where all the iron and everything is at. So there'll be two sides popping out over here to actually give this building more of a definition, because there's not gonna, that's the tallest point right there. So the roof line for the other two sections will be like right here and going down almost. So I'll probably dig down into the ground a little bit and have them walk down, and it'll be like a downward slope, and maybe have like some windows lining the top section. But yeah, so that's what I'm kind of thinking of so far with this forge. But there is actually something, because it is Halloween for me right now. Happy Halloween, everybody. Well, late Halloween by the time this comes out. But that is besides the point. The server we're in is actually doing a Halloween event. So I'm going to go check out and see what exactly is going on with that, because it sounds like it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on over there, and we're going to figure out some of this Halloween event stuff together, and come back to finish this build in a little bit. Alright, let's set off. It might be that direction. It could be this way. Let's figure out where it's at first. And set off. Alrighty then, so now we are actually going to be doing a little bit of B-roll over my speaking, because while I did go in the Halloween event, that's a couple of things that they've set up, was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy a lot of it. I didn't get to play with it as much as I wanted to, just because I had some other actual real life stuff going on at that time. So what you're going to see is in the background some of the things I was doing and just looking into. So we're actually going to go ahead and start with the slime monster. It's a fun little idea with the slimes to actually have people go and collect items from the world, bring them there to feed the slime to get candy. And the candy in this event is what you would actually use at the witch's hut, which I never found. I also didn't have, again, missed a lot of it because of my own life stuff, so never had time to really look for it. So I wish I could have shown you some of the items and rewards you could have gotten for trading in the candy. I just don't have that. But the next thing that we really went into is actually this little parkour course that I learned I'm awful at parkour. I tried at this course for over an hour and only made like this one jump one time. As you can see right now, I fell a lot. But it was a lot of fun, and it makes me actually want to make my own parkour course in the future inside of like a stadium type of build. So something similar to this, but a little bit easier for resets, so you can get some better practice down, because a lot of this is I would get to certain areas, but then I would always mess up slightly before I just couldn't get back to practice a specific difficult jump. And it is this leaf jump. I only made this thing like 4 times out of all my attempts. I got really good at getting up to it though. I got really good. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe like I had to do the triple jump trick. I'm not 100% sure what I was messing up on it. It was something on my side though. I was massively messing this up. Don't know what was going on there. And the next little thing that I checked out was actually the little haunted house, where you actually had to go in and explore this little haunted house that's like has trapdoors you have to crawl under and do all this other stuff to like explore this really condensed area that you could easily get turned around in. It was really cool because eventually this is actually the only place I got the candies from, because I found the ghost. I'm not going to show where, but basically you find a little ghost that's going boo, and you click a button and it gives you the candy. But it was a really neat idea. I think this would be really cool if it could be also done on a grander scale. So instead of like one room like this, you go to like multiple big areas that you're having to scavenge through and find like a couple of ghosts that are haunting each room. And you can theme the rooms around what you're trying to think with the ghost. Ideas I'm tossing out there. Not that I would be the one making that currently, but you know, just ideas. But no, I did have a lot of fun with this, and it's interesting. I would love, hopefully I'm still here next year when it does a comeback, but I want to see what other Alrighty then, and so now after a Halloween event, we are back at this, finally enough, coming from a Halloween event to now continuing to build out my spooky blacksmithing. So I was like, okay, so it needs a bit more color. So I know with chipped you can do these designs. I kind of like this because it breaks it up a lot. And then if I can get this to where I have it go up the like all the way up the blacksmithy to give it like this more of a light to it as well. I'm gonna see how it plays out. It may not be as good as I'm thinking, because it is a really hard clash with how bright it is. Brighter than I thought it would be when because like in my hand. Actually, wait. Let's. Oh, this looks so much better in base Minecraft skin. Okay. All right. So yeah, it looks better in base Minecraft, and it's a bit too bright in this one. But I think I can make this work. I'm gonna need to play with some of the blocks and everything to try to figure this out. But we're gonna go ahead and play with that, and also get the extensions added on to the blacksmithy right now to give this more of a more of a shape than just what it is right now. And then we are going to be decorating the inside of it. That's gonna take a lot of time, but it is, you know, time well spent. Basically, it's gonna be time well spent. I think it's gonna look really good when it's all said and done. Again, this is gonna be, I'm gonna see, we'll see how it looks, because again, I want that feeling of it like coming up against like right here, like I want it to be connected to here, and this goes up into the chimney. So yeah, like it's almost like a heat dispensary, I would feel like, or a heat increaser. I don't know. I think it'll look cool, and again, it's gonna be something we're gonna play with here for a minute of getting this situated correctly up the building. So we're gonna go ahead and hit that super fast build mode here in a second and see where we're at once this is all said and done. All right, let's go ahead and hit that. And welcome back from super fast build mode. That was a journey of rebuilding a lot of the sections multiple times until I hit what I wanted. I'm so happy for the copycat slab because one of the things I ran into is I really liked the way these looked, but with my current thing, they glow too much. They're a bit too bright for what I wanted this like kind of menacing looking place to be. And probably not as menacing as I wanted it to be, because I do wish maybe those had come in like a dark blue or something. That I think that would have looked better, but that's all besides the point. Or like maybe like have those as like a purple line or something along the along that line. But that is all besides the point. I think this has come out on the outside looking so good. So this, yeah, okay, so I do think there should still be a couple of things I need to add to this. So like, for example, I don't want to bring those all the way up because I don't think that would look correct, and also it won't fit the angles I have, funnily enough. But yeah, so this is crazy. This took me a while to make because of all the detailing on the outside, but I'm loving how it's turning out. I haven't done much on the interior here just yet. That is actually what I'm going to be working on here soon, because right now it's pretty empty and I do want to fill this up. So this area I'm planning to make the workstation. This area will have a couple shelves and like some anvils and stuff. Oh my gosh, words are great. So yeah, that's gonna have some anvils. I'm gonna have this area to be like where you bring back the some of the stone cutters and all that stuff, so it's like a more of a not stone cut, but like more of like where you would take it to have stuff forged and stored and stuff along those lines. So it's like almost like the detailing area. And then over here will be because this isn't a house, this is literally just a fort, so this is storage. This area, well, no, this won't be storage. This is gonna be a bedroom for the blacksmith, and storage and everything will actually be part of this room over here. So I'll have probably this back section to be the iron storage, and I'll have like armor that I've rusted out, because you can actually do that with this. I think once I get all the decorations in here, this is going to look really, really cool, and I can't wait to show everyone. So that is exactly what I'm going to do right now, is I'm going to start working on those decorations, because decorating, this build took me quite some time, and decorating takes 100 times longer. So I'm going to go ahead and hop into the decoration mode and figure stuff out. Let's go. And welcome back, everybody. I have went ahead and did all the detailing and everything I could on the inside. I'm going to come in and show you this, because I really love what I've done. I kind of changed the story of what I was aiming for this forge, because I was kind of like trying to make it into like this demonic forge for weapons and armor, and it was supposed to look abandoned. I couldn't get the armors to rust. I couldn't figure out how to make that mechanic work. So I had to toss some of that idea. But instead, I was like, oh, well, we could have like mannequins like going around like they cleared out the forge. I was like, oh, well, then we can have them like there was the forge keeper of this. And by the way, the forge is the like it summons demonic beings, or like creates them. It's gonna be like the running thing for like there are the demonic beings that this forge person created throughout this area, guarding the villagers, but they are demonic beings. But also the people attacking the place are evil as well. No one's good in this situation. I'm just gonna make a really cool looking thing where it's like a horror story of like this fight breaking out now between these demonic beings and other people, and you just come in and you're like, oh no, and like you see demonic beings defending like the villagers and stuff, and they're like, oh wow, that's cool. I'm just going for cool factor right now, not really telling much of a story with it. I mean, it is going to be a bit of a dark story with it, but it is what it is. So yeah, the forge keeper actually killed one of them before being killed himself, and then yeah, so that's why I actually spent quite a bit, and then I was spending time on other detailing stuff. So like, here's some of the storage. Here's where they store stuff. This is for smelting the steel. And here is some of their supplies that they've had. This is slowly rusting because I don't have any honey. But yeah, this is really going to become my storage for a lot of my weapons and armor. Well, not armors, but like items and stuff for like gold and ingots. This will be my main storage place for that. So when I need them, I can come here and grab them. I do now need to make a furnace. And probably because I'm thinking like with this bookshelves, I know you can run redstone through them. So I might try to do like a secret super furnace underneath this place where I can put in a bunch of like, what I'm going to do for one of my farms for when I do the bamboo farm. So that it can then like funnel everything into this area. And I can have the super furnace running underneath this area. So like kind of like, and then like the way you get down there is through a secret redstone floor entrance from one of the books that you pull from the bottom shelf. Like you pull that one and it and like opens up. I'll have to look into how to do that, but I think that's a really fun idea for the concept of like the super forge being underneath this. And yeah, and really again, these are the good guys. I like literally this person right here, me, was summoning demons and evil things while it was helping out their villages. It's still evil, and he may have a reason in the future, but for right now, yeah, just super simple. Templars coming in to smite evil demon creators. But now, okay, so this actually took a lot more time than I originally thought. So this is actually just going to be just this video. I do want to actually start making a road, like a small, because I don't want it to be giant. So maybe like, yeah, it might be like a 5 in width road kind of deal, where this road is what I'm going to use to connect all of my builds that are kind of scattered around this location. I need to come up with that, but first, I really need to finish my house, so that is going to be the first thing we're going to be working on when we get back into in the next episode, is wrapping up this construction of my house, because it's still not even done. I still haven't even finished the windows in the top section. Maybe not full decorations, but I want to get at least the outside done. So, you know, adding in probably like a window or two here, and somehow making in a good separation with this build. So it's a bit less of a, because it feels really like a blank slate right now. That's a big issue. It feels a lot like a blank slate that I need to come in and do some corrections on. I might ask for some words are great. Some suggestions on this build, but on how to break it up maybe some, because I was thinking the Blackstone brick, but I don't know, I'm really liking the really dark background. I do think the Blackstone brick belongs on a section of this that I was like, oh, I'm gonna use this, but I don't think it belongs in the whole thing. So I have to play around with this a bit more. But that's the next episode. Right now, I'm just gonna go back and marvel at my creation of the forge that we have running so far, and just how awesome this looks. This looks so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Put a lot of work into this. Yeah, so this is, you know, what we have managed to turn out this week of making myself awesome things. Next week is going to be finishing up my house, and probably if I can get a hold of it, I want to start doing the room for my bamboo farm and start gathering up the slimes and everything I'll need for the flyers to activate that. Because I want to... I'm gonna admit, I'm stealing this from Mumbo. I really like his design for bamboo farms. So we're gonna do like a large area with the bamboo farms growing, and we're gonna activate flyers to go and break all the bamboo to fall down, and then activate a cart to go collect it all. So that it's not always running and it doesn't lag the server if I'm not on and I don't need the bamboo. I also need to do something similar for sugarcane, because I need a lot of sugarcane, and eventually I need to find a way to make myself either a cow farm or something that gives me leather. Because oh my god, do I need a lot of leather, because apparently there's a lot of fun things you can do for decorations that require leather. We are just starting in this place. I'm already going mentally insane with all the stuff I'm wanting to do. These extra blocks give me so much fun things you can mess around with. And look at when it gets dark, this looks so good. Oh crap, I haven't put the campfires in the top of the forge to give it that smoky look. Let's go and do that right now. All right, and there we go. We got the campfires put in there, and that actually had so much life to it, just like little smoke rising from it. Okay, so yeah. We have now completed build number 2, well, technically number 3. And we are still working on technically build number 1. So we've completed 2 builds so far. Not 3, but 2, because my house is not done. I will not consider that complete just yet, because there's still a lot of work left to do on it. Besides the decorating, even the outside's not even done. It's just where I could leave it off at the time, because I was out of ideas, and it's raining. So, I think that is a good time to call it right there. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you have any ideas or any suggestions on things I should build, or possibly any stories of this place, please go and drop them down in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see everybody next week. This is Shadow in the Pond. Peace out.